In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to bet on NBA games using MyBookie. Now, MyBookie is one of my favorite sports books to use online when betting on sports. So before I get started with this video, I'm going to place a link in the description. If you haven't already joined MyBookie, go ahead and use my affiliate link. By using my affiliate link, you'll be able to earn the best bonus available at the time you're watching this video. So check that out. Go ahead and join MyBookie and let's get started with this video. So once you've joined, it's very, very easy to place a bet on here. MyBookie is legit. It's one of my top two sports books. The other one I like using is Bovada. From time to time, I'll go to MyBookie as well, sometimes on Bovada. So let's go ahead and go to NBA over here. I'm just going to give you guys a few examples so you can see how easy it is. And you can also see the different ways you can place a bet. So, there's two basic ways to place a bet. There's also prop bets as well. So as a beginner, you're going to either want to do a money line bet or you're going to want to do a spread. So what's the difference between the spread and the money line? So with the money line, you're just picking a straight winner. It doesn't matter if the Pelicans win or the Rockets win. It doesn't matter like how much they win by, So they can win by a point, they can win by 10 points. It doesn't matter. With the spread, it matters how many points. That's why there's a spread. So let's go ahead and take a look at a money line example. So with the Pelicans and the Rockets are plus 182 and the Pelicans are minus 238. What this means is the plus 182 means that they're underdog. That means you're going to get a higher payout if the underdog wins. Now with the favorite, they're going to always have a minus. The larger this number, the smaller the payout. So for example, if you were to bet $100 on the Rockets, you would just go ahead and click this over here. Your bet slip will pop up. And you would bet, let's say if you bet 100, you win $182 because it's a plus 182. Now this means that if you bet 1,000, you would win $1,820, right? So as you can see over here, so you're making 1.8 times your money. And yes, you get your 1,000 back. So let's say you do place $1,000 bet and you do win, you get 1,820 on top of your 1,000. Now your balance is 2,820. So, but now let's go ahead and take a look at the same example, but let's take that same 1,000 that we put on the Rockets and let's put it on the Pelicans. So whether it's 1,000, whether it's $10, $100, the rate's going to be the same, right? So if you put it on the Pelicans, now you only win $420. So compare $420 to over $1,800. So that's the difference. And sometimes the favorite or the underdog, there's a bigger difference in this. These numbers are further apart. The further apart these numbers are, the bigger the difference is going to be. So when these numbers are kind of close, it's like a plus 120 over here and like a minus 110. It's not a big difference. So, or what you can do is, so with the Pelicans, you know how if you bet 1,000, you're only winning a little over $400. What you can do, the smarter thing to do would be to do a spread, right? Because they're a minus 4.5. What does this mean? This basically means that they're starting off with like negative 4.5. Just think of it that way. That means that whatever this number is over here, you have to win by that many points. So more than that many. So what's more than 4.5? It's 5. So you would have to win by 5 points or more. So you can win by 5, 10, 20, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? As long as the Pelicans win by 5 or more. But over here, you're minus 120. So if you do the spread, now you're getting $833 as long as they win by 5 or more. Over here, it doesn't matter what they win by, but your payout's smaller, right? It's about half, $420. So are you willing to take those 4.5 points? Are you willing to risk that the Pelicans are going to win, but they're going to win by at least 5 or more points? Then you could do the spread. Now, the third most common bet is, now these are the simple ways that I'm showing you guys to bet. There's other more various ways to bet, and you can make a lot more money than what I'm showing you guys. Maybe I'll show you guys an example on that as well. But over and under, you don't have to pick a winner. Total points over and under on the Pelicans and the Rockets, 216.5. So is a combined score going to be over 217 points total? So let's say Pelicans are 120, Rockets are 110. Now you're at 230, you win. It doesn't matter who wins, Rockets or Pelicans, as long as the total's over this amount, or if it's under, if you take the under. So those are a couple ways to bet. And there's prop bets over here as well, where there's different things you can bet on. Take a look at this right here. I haven't even seen this. Will LA Lakers trade Russell Westbrook? So you can bet on this. So the trade deadline's coming off. This is going to be cut off on February 10th. Are they going to trade him? You could bet. A yes is a plus 160 and a no is a minus 220. So there's a lot of different things. Will 76ers trade Ben Simmons? Will the Brooklyn Nets trade James Harden? So there's a lot of different bets that are not even on these games over here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the prop bets over here. There are currently no lines available for this sport. So they don't have any props right now, but usually there's a lot of props. That's one reason why I go to Bovada, because they'll have literally like 100 props available. But over here, sometimes there won't be prop bets, or they'll come out a little bit later. Yeah, so yeah, there's no prop bets right now for this. So no props, but those are the simple ways you could bet. And there's also parlays. Parlays are where you combine bets. So let's say you think the Rockets are gonna win, and you think that with the second game, the Bucks and the Clippers, you think the Clippers are gonna win. So with this, what you can do is check this out. So instead of taking the plus 182 and the plus 170, right? What you can do is a parlay. So it's a plus 661. As long as you hit both of them, you're going to win 6.6 times your money. So if you bet 1,000, right, on this parlay, if you bet 1,000 on this parlay, it's going to give you plus 661. So it's going to give you $6,661 over here. As you can see, I don't know why it keeps going down. So see, with $100 right there, $661. So you bet 100, you get $661 back, as long as you hit both. But now if you do these individually, as you can see over here, 182 and 170, you add those, that's $350. But if you think you can hit both, just go ahead and go with the parlay. Just combine them. And usually when there's more games on, you can do a 3, 4, 5, 16 parlay, and sometimes you can make 10, 20, 50, or even 100 times your money, or even more sometimes. I'll make a separate tutorial on this, and I'll go in detail how to place a parlay. But they could be really profitable if you could hit them. As you can see, $200 gives you 1322, and that's just 2 games. So a lot of times when there's multiple games, you can combine multiple sports too. It doesn't just have to be basketball, but there's only 2 games over here today remaining for the day. So that's something you want to definitely check out. But like I said, the 2 main ways to bet are money line and spread. And I wanted to show you guys how to place a bet for basketball. I know a lot of people like betting on basketball. This is one of the options. The other options, Bovada. I have a ton of videos on Bovada. Go ahead and check those out on my channel as well. Once again, I'll place a link in the description for the bonus for MyBookie. I'll also place it for Bovada as well. And check out my other videos. See you guys in the next one.